This Hollywood star, William Shatner, is literally out of touch with reality. He still cannot comprehend that Kamala Harris lost, and he has to have Bill Maher walk him through it. We're going to get into this video in just a moment, but before we do, make sure that you subscribe to Resist the Mainstream so that it ensures YouTube that you're enjoying our videos, and it'll bring all the ones that we make in the future to you and pushes out to more people so we can get more reach and build this community. All right, let's get into this video.
A post-election, yeah. You know, I feel like it's, for some people, it's very reminiscent of 2016. I certainly was much more apoplectic then. Perhaps I should be again.
Did you see it coming?
No, I picked her. I stuck with my prediction right to the end. I thought she was going to win. I thought America generally moves forward and that they had enough of Trump, you know, just drama. And I mean, I won't go into, first of all, Bill, it's depressing to me mostly because I don't want to do it again because I'm bored. The worst thing you can do to me is bore me. I've done all the jokes. I did all them first. I did Trump the con man editorial. I did Trump the mafia boss. I did it all before anybody. I'm the one who said he wasn't going to concede when nobody was on that page. I've been there.
People still trying to act like he didn't do that. Homie let Biden go into office. He didn't sit there, put guards at the front of the White House and said, nobody is coming in. No, he didn't do that. He did concede. Obviously not traditionally. He should have probably done it a little better, but like he did. Like, ugh, I can't with this. Oh, okay, go off, Bill.
Been there, done that. I don't want this series. I've seen this series. I want a new show with new characters. So that bugs me the most, is that there's nothing left to say. You know, I've said it all. You can't get me to think more than I already do that Trump shouldn't be president.
Well, but what we now have to think about is how to mitigate.
It's actually insane that anyone in their right mind would actually believe Kamala Harris had a chance against Donald Trump. The people, her own party doesn't even like her. What made you think that she was going to beat Trump? Like, how did you get here? How did you walk yourself into that? Because that blows my mind. And why he's like, the TDS on Bill Maher is insane because there's literally no reason for why it should be opposed to him, but he just can't help himself. He has to hate him with his burning passion, but whatever.
Some of the what some of us think are the worst things, like
well, I think first is congratulations. You not only won, you won big.
He won big.
That's, everybody should get props just for success, despite the, you know, the vulgarities and the, you know,
maybe because of the vulgarities.
Maybe because, but also my mantra: losers look in the mirror.
Well, I think that's what everybody has to do. The thing that worries me the most is global warming. You can, you know, the wrong financial advice and get rid of whatever government agencies you want to get rid of. You can always put them back in 4 years later. But you can't lose 4 years of global warming. I mean, we're seeing these storms hit now. And once in 1,000 years storms are now hitting every other year, every year. And it's not like you could say, well, it's going to get better. It's not.
It's very funny that you mention that because, you know, the hardest thing to write on the week of an election, because I have to start it on Monday for the show on Friday and the election is Tuesday. I can't write Monday night who won the election. So I said this week what I want to do and what I'm going to do Friday night is a piece about global warming, about the oceans, because the only time the floating garbage patch in the middle of the ocean was raised was by the insult comic when he made the joke about it and said it was like Puerto Rico, and everybody flipped out about that. And my thing is, yeah, haha, but it's really a sad commentary that neither party mentions this giant problem.
Size of Texas out there and confluence of...
It's got bigger. Now it's the size of Alaska.
So is Texas.
Yeah. and everyone,
all those people moving there.
Everyone in it.
Yeah.
But you love all the states. You're beloved everywhere, right? I mean, you know, you're beyond politics.
Am I?
Don't you think?
I don't even really know who this guy is, but okay.
Well, I hope so. I'll take your word for it.
I don't think people see you as
a political person? No.
Yeah, well, as someone who, they may imagine, okay, he lives and works in Hollywood and Canadian and, probably a liberal, but, I don't feel like most people in this country hate, especially the conservatives, quite frankly, are much more tolerant of people they don't like. It's the liberals who are purists, especially the ones in this town. They're the ones who, like, if you don't agree with me 1,000,000%, I don't even want to know you. That's one of the reasons they lost. They have a bad attitude.
So true. After Trump won the 2024 election, there was TikTok video after TikTok video. I mean, if it wasn't screaming, crying, and like going insane, it was, I'm never talking to my cousin, my sister, my dad, my brother. How dare they voted for Trump? They voted against my rights. They voted against my daughter's rights. It's like, yo, y'all are like, what is going on? How are you so angry? They voted for someone who's against you annihilating your child in the womb. And he didn't even run on that. And he can't do anything about that because when Roe got overturned, it literally went back to the states. It's like, y'all cannot conceptualize that. It's just like, what? It's like you forget that it's there. You just like are intentionally dismissing it and acting as if it's not a thing. So, but yeah, it's insane. The outrage they had after Trump won, like they couldn't comprehend reality. They didn't know how to like function. It was like malfunction like a robot. Like it's crazy just because of differing opinions and people not voting the same way they wanted to. Imagine if we did the same thing. Like that, there'd be utter chaos because it's like nobody would get along and everyone would go freaking psycho on each other. But it's ridiculous. With Bill Maher earlier, he said something about the vulgarities, or this guy, like the things that Bill Maher says on a daily basis. Like he's a comic. He says edgy things. I just don't understand. Like keep it consistent. Like you guys can't sit there and be like, I can do this, but they can't. And even if you don't think it's professional or should be done, you do it. So you can't hold them, like you can't treat them as if you can like as if they're like doing something insanely wrong just because you don't like maybe the way they go about it. I don't know. It's just I just find it very inconsistent to behave in a manner and then get mad when other people are behaving in that manner because you think they should be doing this. Like you not like it, but to act like they're lesser than you or they're wrong and evil because of it, that's also insane.
I don't know why the Democrats lost. I don't understand why the Democrats lost.
Well, people will be writing books about it for years, many reasons. Part of it was, Biden should not have stayed on so long.
That I understand. But inflation, prices have come down, the economy is good. I mean, I don't know why they voted against her.
Well,
against the party.
Out of touch. Inflation, prices are down. Things are just okay. Yeah, a couple months before the election, and we're going to secure the border a little bit, where the economy is going to be thriving a little bit. We're going to make things just a little bit better than they were the whole 3.5 years we've been in office. And because of that, you guys should put us in again. Like that's not how it works. People have been under this administration and suffering under this administration, and they don't want to deal with it again. That's why. The fact that you can't understand, I just don't get it. I mean, and this is what I mean, out of touch. You guys are so successful, you're so rich, you can't even fathom that we're focusing, that the American people would like want to be able to afford something, because you've never had an issue with that. You can buy whatever you want, whenever you want. That's not how people operate. Like the left the working class. That's something that's been communicated for a long time. But let's hear what else he has to say.
Party.
Well, I certainly could go on and on about that. But basically, she was not a great candidate, let's be honest. When they asked,
why isn't she a great candidate? She combined several trends of thought here: black, woman.
That's not a candidate. Those are, that's identity politics. That's one of the Democrats.
Those are elements.
Nobody elects. I mean, yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is literally what we're talking about. Why didn't she win? She's black. She's a woman. She's a Democrat. Like, I don't understand it. We don't care. We do not care. Black, white, orange, green. It don't matter what you look like, what your skin color is. What are you going to do for us? What did you do for us? We had 2 administrations in this election cycle that we had already experienced as the American people. Trump administration and the Biden-Harris administration. And guess what? Trump administration made life a lot better for the American people. and the Harris administration is trying to, in the last few months, switch things up to make it seem as if they're a positive influence or they're good. No, we don't want them. We don't want to deal with that again. That's what people voted against. She was a terrible candidate. Even when she ran in 2020, she got no votes. She's never ever been picked by the American people to be in the positions that she's in, it seems. Like the vice president, Joe picked her. She got selected for when he stepped down, Joe picked her. And then like everyone, the whole Democrat liberal machine, full force trying to convince us that she was competent, articulate, and knew what she wanted to do for the country. Like, no. Sorry, no. And she's black and a woman, so like, that's actually a talking point. Like, that's literally a justifiable reason for some of these people, these woke Hollywood celebrities, to vote for her because of those attributes that she acquires. Insane.
People are tribal. There are some people who will vote just for the person who looks like them or is like them. But obviously, I think this proves you got to go a lot further than that.
Yep.
You can't just be woman, black person. I mean, Trump got a quarter of black men. That's 25%.
I know.
You know, he didn't do much better in generally because the women are very much against him. But he killed it with Latinos. If there's any great irony in this election, is that the guy who came down the escalator 10 years ago talking about the rapists, they keep giving him more of their votes. And again, I understand this.
Why?
Democrat,
tell me what you understand.
I will. Democrats don't understand their own constituencies. If you're a Mexican-American, who do you fear taking your job? The guy who just came in through the border. Of course they like the guy who says, I'm going to keep everybody out.
But he didn't say I'm keeping everybody out.
Well,
I'm going to send everybody out.
Okay, but the Democrats could have won this election in a walk, I think. Not a walk, but I think they could have won it if Biden got out earlier. They had a true primary season to find the best candidate, not just one whose turn was it, who, by the way, before they anointed her, nobody was sort of on the page that she was very good at being a candidate.
Mm-hmm.
She failed the first time.
Okay, so if they had done that, and then the pointless reversing of Trump's border policy, which was remain in Mexico, and not everything counts as asylum. The Democrats' fatal flaw is they always have to look like the good people. So they reversed that and let in too many people. Not that we shouldn't be a nation of immigrants, but it just was a lawless shit show for years. And people noticed, and then they started to send them, the Democrats' hypocrisy was called out because the people in the northern cities who were like, we welcome everybody. And then the governors on the border states were like, okay, well, here they are. Enjoy this busload.
And that's the thing. That's what's so crazy is like you don't mean what you're saying. You're spouting these talking points that the liberal media machine is throwing in your face about let them all in. They have a right to be here, or open borders. No human is illegal. All this nonsense, and then oh wait, that means or they call you out and they say okay fine, we'll send them all to you, right? We'll send them all your way. You can take care of them. They can live at your houses because right, borders is the border that secures our country, that separates our country from others. It's like. In the fence you have at your house, what's the difference? Like, if they can just come across our border, no problem. They should be able to come across your fence, no problem. Make up your mind. You got to keep it consistent because it's for security reasons. It's for protective reasons. And you guys just want to dismiss that talking point or dismiss that fact because of talking points spouted out by the media. You don't even know what you're actually saying yes to, what you're saying we should do, because when the practical application of the policies or the things that are being pushed when it comes to just letting them in, not vetting them, not making sure they're going to be beneficial to our country is crime, it's drugs, it's all these other things. And then now you have to deal with it because these people on the border states are like, we're not dealing with it. Here you go. You can take them. And now it backfired. That's ridiculous. I don't think it's a surprise to anyone why the Democrats lost. They were awful. They had a terrible candidate. They ran a terrible administration, and people wanted to live better lives, and that's why Trump won. So, anyways, comment your thoughts down below about what you thought about this video. If you agree with Bill, make sure you subscribe, sharing, and engaging because that lets, again, YouTube know that you're enjoying the video and pushes it out to more people. All right, guys. See you guys next time. Peace.